And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Blues, and I'm back with another video. So today we're going to be talking about My Team Limited. So before we get started, if you're new to the channel, man, subscribe. I do this every single day, multiple videos. If you're not, man, drop a comment down below what you think of Limited this week. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about Limited. Shout out to everyone who came out in the stream last night while I was running some Limited. I'm going to be using basically the exact same team I was using last night. So, as you can see, this is my limited squad. I know a lot of people do not have Blake Griffin, so I'm going to talk about other options and stuff like that. As far as the Amethyst tier, I think it's best to use your Amethyst player on a point guard, just because there's a wealth of good Amethyst point guard options, Chris Paul being one of them. He's actually, in my opinion, the best one. Just with his badges, I mean, he has literally almost every badge in the game. I mean, the only badges you could really add to him that would help would be like Showtime and maybe Ice and Veins. Other than that, the only badges he doesn't have are badges that relate to dunking and badges that relate to being a big man, which I don't think you need either of those things. So he doesn't really need any badges applied to him. You can upgrade some badges, obviously, but as far as applied badges, I don't think he needs any. And then off the bench, we're going to be using Iman Shumpert, who I'm a big fan of. But as far as other point guards, I mean, if you want to use your pink diamond, John Wall and like Kyrie, John Moran, if you want to use your diamond, I guess, but I think it's better just to use your amethyst, just because you have options like Chris Paul, De'Aaron Fox, Ricky Rubio, even to a certain extent Derrick Rose or Trae Young. Just really, really good amethyst options. If you want to go Ruby, like I recommend using like Goran Dragic. You'll run into that loyalty Steph Curry pretty often. Kyle Lowry is also a pretty decent option. Patty Mills, but for my money, it's just best to use the amethyst option. I'm using Shumpert at point. And I know he doesn't have the best point guard badges, but he's simply there just to lock down the opposing player's point guard, because you're going to run into a lot of offensive-minded point guards, especially in limited this time. Especially if he has like a De'Aaron Fox or any of the other guys off the bench. It's nice to have Shumpert. As far as like upgrading badges, like if you're going to use him at point, facilitating badges are kind of necessary when it comes to like Dimer. Quick first step is probably really helpful. I should probably add that to him. Floor general, obviously, but not the end of the world. As far as shooting guards, I recommend running Rubies as shooting guard. Matisse Thybulle being, in my opinion, the best one. He's got all gold defensive badges that you need. As far as badges that I think would be great to add to him, defensive leader would help quite a bit. That's hit or miss. It's not really completely necessary, but it does help. Downhill, handles for days, needle throw to quick first step if you're planning on attacking the rim at all. Those are good badges to add to him. That being said, he's got good shooting badges and a good three-pointer as well. He's got like an 86 three-pointer, pretty easy to time jump shot, but that 97 steal, 93 perimeter defense is why he's here. 84 speed isn't great, but it is what it is, man. He's got decent tendencies too. That 80 foul tendency is not great, but he only has 30 hard foul. So as far as small forward, you could run Kyle Korver. I prefer to run him at shooting guard. Shooting guard options, you could run Jaylen Brown. I just don't think it's worth it. You can run Donovan Mitchell at point guard as well. It's another amethyst point guard you could use. You're going to run into Klay Thompson and Tyler Hero pretty often. As far as like other Ruby options, Eric Gordon's obviously a good call if you need someone offensive minded. I need Matisse to play defense, so Eric Gordon's, that's why I'm not using him realistically. Marcus Smart's another option you can run as a defensive two guard. I think Matisse is much better, but Marcus Smart has all the defensive badges you need as well, so he can shoot a little bit too. Buddy Hield, Paul George, you're going to run into pretty frequently. Might even catch a Bradley Beal. As far as small forward goes, like I'm running Brandon Ingram and Andrew Wiggins, and the reason for that, I just love Brandon Ingram, and it just makes sense to run my diamond at small forward. You could also run your pink diamond at small forward as well. Like, Wiggins is my guy off the bench, though, but there are other options. Like, obviously, you can run Paul George, Kevin Durant. A lot of people have Cam Reddish. So, if you don't have Blake Griffin, you have Cam Reddish. It might be smart to run, Cam Reddish at small forward. You can even run, like, KD or Paul George at power forward. As far as diamond tier, you could run, like, Kawhi. You could run Rudy. If you have that LeBron, you can even run him at power forward. He works well. I wouldn't waste an amethyst on small forward just because I think that's the best position to either run a Ruby, a diamond, or a pink diamond. You could use LeBron. You could use, honestly, Joe Ingles is kind of nice, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I was using him a little bit yesterday. I just prefer Wiggins because he can tack the rim a little bit better. But Joe Ingles actually plays surprisingly good defense in addition to having a really easy-to-time jump shot. He's got that silver clamps, heart crusher, interceptor, lightning reflexes, tireless defender. He's got good badges, man, surprisingly. Pickpocket's probably the only thing I would add to him. As far as, like, Pink Diamond, I gotta use Blake Griffin. Like, Blake Griffin's my guy, but Jonathan Isaac is absolutely stacked, too. So if you want to run Jonathan Isaac as your power forward starting, I totally get that, too, because he's absolutely incredible. He locks down any card that you put next to him. Other options, like if you have Draymond, Draymond's still incredibly effective. Plus, he can operate as, like, a secondary facilitator. And he shoots a really lights-out three and plays great defense. So if you have Draymond, he's still quite usable in this game at this stage. Like, he's got great badges. There's nothing bad about this card. He's super good. I mean, Ibaka, obviously, I just don't think it's worth using your Amethyst here because of the Amethyst point guard options. That's the only reason I'm not using Ibaka and KD, who I would normally use. And then Jonathan Isaac is an absolute god. Like, legitimately absolute god. As far as center, dude, I don't think there's a better center at the Ruby tier than Thonmaker. He's just incredible. Obviously, he does require some defensive badges, but as far as badges that he has, quick first step gold, great ball handle, great shot, 80 driving dunk, which is solid, 85 block, upper 80s rebounds. He's fast, too. I'm using Bol Bol off the bench just because, once again, he's got some decent speed and height as well. He's just there to grab rebounds and hit middies. If you want to use a center as your diamond, like Rudy Gobert, Al Horford are good options. Once again, wouldn't use your Amethyst there. Like, if you do, I guess LaMarcus, if you have him, is a really good option. But other than that, Karl Anthony Towns and Kristaps are good options. You're going to run into, like, Tyson Chandler, DeAndre Jordan, and Drummond a lot. Same with Embiid and Karl Anthony Towns. Now, if you have, like, Jokic, I understand wanting to run him at center, too, because he's, like, a primary facilitator, the Pink Diamond. So you can actually run your offense through him as well. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a good option to run at power forward or center. He does lack some badges, but he's an effective pick-and-pop guy, and he plays good defense as well. Plus, he can grab a lot of boards. You're going to run into this guy pretty frequently, too, just because he has gold range extender, but I promise you he's not good. He plays zero defense, and he's kind of slow. I mean, that's just my opinion on it. This is my best team. Though, just know that I just wanted to use Blake Griffin, and under normal circumstances, I would probably use it. I don't know. I probably wouldn't use a diamond point guard, but I'd figure something out. Jonathan Isaac here at the power forward to lock him down, and then use like my diamond on shooting guard. Move Thibault to the bench. It's entirely possible. This is just in my opinion, the best possible outcome here, but. Generally, you just want to use these tips to build your team. There's no, like, guaranteed you have to use this team to win limited. So, we're facing off with a relatively similar team. Like, he has Chris Paul, he has Thibault, he has Korver, who I have, he has Isaac, he has Bol Bol. Let's see what his bench is looking like. He's got Shumpert, Cam Reddish, Zion, Thonmaker, and Giannis. Okay, yeah, he has a stacked team. This is going to suck, dude. This is going to suck so bad. Yeah, he's trying a strategy where he runs his big guys off of the bench, like obviously Cam Reddish and Zion off the bench to try to fight my bench unit. Does he have Pukaveski? Bro, okay, this guy's been watching DBG videos. He needs to relax. Okay. It's going to be interesting, though. I have to get a really good lead with my starting lineup before I throw the bench in, but my bench is specifically built to deal with a team like this. Like, that's why my bench is the way it is. That's why Jonathan Isaac is on the bench and not starting, and that's also why... Oh, there we go. Off the rip. Splash down. That's why I have Brandon Ingram, too. Just because if somebody's doing this, Brandon Ingram is such an offensive threat that I can take over in the game with him if I need to. Thibault v. Thibault. And then I got shooting with Kyle Korver on the bench, too. If Cam Reddish is playing shooting guard, which I believe he is, that is going to be a problem, but I can always just switch Shumpert onto him, so it's no big deal. Oh, you're going to leave Thibault open? Fine. Splash. I'm a big fan of Matisse Thybulle. Like, he's way too expensive right now, so I wouldn't go spend $10K on him for this limited run if you don't have him. I would probably just use Marcus Smart because you can get him for really cheap, realistically. But I'm going to say that if you do spend $9K on Thybulle, it's not terrible because he's just such a good option for a lot of different things. There we go, Brandon Ingram. This is why he's on my team. He's just a really great offensive threat. The one key with Brandon Ingram, though, is if someone's attacking you with Brandon Ingram or with the player that Brandon Ingram is defending, good steal. Your best bet is to realistically just play off or on-ball defense because the CPU off-ball is not going to be able to keep up with them with no clamps. So, well, Brandon Ingram, does he have clamps? I don't even remember, dude. I use Brandon Ingram so much. Honestly, clamps just doesn't matter to me. Hit that thigh ball. Ooh, good board. Good board, Thon. Ooh, up and under. There we go. Thon Maker, that's why he's on the team as well. He's about 10K. I promise you he is worth it. Like, I truly believe he's worth 10K. Just for what he brings you with these Ruby or below challenges and what he brings you in, like, Triple Threat Online, Triple Threat Offline. He's just so much better than his Ruby status would actually, like, make you believe that I think he's actually worth 10K. I don't ever say cards are even worth 10K, even when it comes to, like, Amethyst and stuff like that, besides a couple of them, but I really do think that Jonathan Isaac and Thon Maker are worth the price that they're at right now. Jonathan Isaac should come down a little bit below 15K. I think that's a little bit much for him, but at the same time, just what he brings you, he's an elite card, like, legitimately, especially on the defensive end. There we go, Thought. You're supposed to block that, dude. But I'm kind of collapsing a little bit right now, so I kind of need to lock in, but I should be all right. Chris Paul v. Chris Paul's killing me. Hit that, Maker. A little too deep for Thon Maker. He does need some badges applied. Like, if you give him clamps, he's going to be a lot better. He couldn't get clamps last year, or he didn't have clamps, I should say. So giving him clamps this year is going to be super important. Oh, yeah, I deserve that. I definitely deserve that one. All right. What do we got here? Big Blake. I'm trying not to use Big Blake too much because I am just trying to show basically the other guys from the team as the gameplay. Like, I'm not going to sit here for this gameplay and just abuse Blake Griffin just because if you don't have Blake Griffin, like, how does this gameplay help you, you know? There we go. I'm only using Blake at power forward strictly to rebound the ball right now, and because I just don't want to put a pink diamond anywhere else, that's more important to me. I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I get a wide open dunk with Blake Griffin, like, I'm going to do it, obviously, because you could do the same thing with Jonathan Isaac if you played him at power forward right there, but I'm just not going to take over, start ranging threes, run all my offense through Blake Griffin. There's no point for that. Good shot by Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver is actually an incredibly important card for this. That's kind of what Jonathan Isaac brings you right there. Granted, it wasn't from me, it was from him, but he's lethal at stealing the ball. All right, Brandon Ingram, drive right in. The best part about Brandon Ingram, he's so incredibly cheap right now because you can pull Brandon Ingram in limited. So a lot of people are pulling BI and selling him for relatively cheap. I believe last I checked, he was down at like 20K. He's probably even cheaper today. Him and Diamond Giannis are really cheap right now. So if you want to run Diamond Giannis, I totally understand that as well. Run him at the power forward, run Thon Maker at the center, and you have a lethal front court. Like, that rebounds and plays excellent defense. Thon Maker can step out and hit those if you time him right. Apparently I didn't, but you know, it is what it is. It's kind of weird because this is the first game I'm playing with my my meter back on since last night. I was playing a lot of meter off last night just to try it out. So it's kind of weird. Like I said, I'm not going to run all my offense through Blake Griffin, but when it comes to easy fast breaks and stuff that realistically any power forward with that kind of speed like Jonathan Isaac or Thon Maker could do, I'm going to take those shots, you know? Chris Paul is a big part of this team, though, because he plays super, super efficient defense. He has damn near every badge in the game, including, like, gold range, gold clamps, interceptor, intimidator. He has, like, everything. He has floor general, dimer. He just brings a lot to the team. Excellent defense right there. Let's go. Couldn't even get a shot off. Over to my man, Matisse Thybulle. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that was supposed to be a pump fake, but you know what? It's cool. No worries. We're up 5 still. I'm not really too worried about it. My bench unit is where I really shine. Get that out of here. Good block by Thon Maker. Thon Maker's really incredibly good defensively just because he brings... There we go. Hit that. He brings so much speed to the table that he's able to get into positions to actually interrupt shots at a very high clip. All right. There we go. Good steal. Over to CP. Fast break. Good. My team also has a lot of speed, and that is super important as well. The one thing about this limited run that I'm noticing is you can build a... Oh, it didn't count, thank God. you can build a lower overall team than your opponent, but if you have a lot of speed during this limited run when it comes to the guys that I have, I'm going to be able to get over. Like, it's no big deal. All right, Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver ball handling is not something I really enjoy, but no one's coming up to get the ball, so. Ooh, Shumpert, there we go. See, he doesn't have the facilitating badges, but that's what he brings to the table. And really good defense, and he can attack the rim like no other. Especially at the point guard position, like guys that are available right now. De'Aaron Fox is probably, well, Donovan Mitchell is better at attacking the rim too, but those are amethysts. But as far as rubies, nah, he's the apex at attacking the rim. All right, so now we're gonna really test my bench unit, because he does have Cam Reddish, he does have Diamond Glitz Zion. Like, this is gonna be a real test for it. Oh, Bull, let's go. That's kind of something that Bull does as well. He does have a pretty decent speed, decent speed with ball as well. He can get past a lot of centers, like especially if they're running like a Tyson Chandler, or if they're running Drummond or someone who doesn't have clamps and is kind of slow on their feet. You can get right past him with both Thonmaker and Bull, like relatively easy. There we go. And he's running Thonmaker, so I shouldn't be getting right past him right here, but I did. So, as you can see, my team is fast. That's the key. They're fast, they can play defense, and everybody can shoot. My team is very multi-dimensional. That's why we're not really having any issues on the offensive end. Defensively, oh, Kyle Korver stepping up big. That's kind of where we're having the issues. Like, the only person who isn't really multi-dimensional is Kyle Korver on my team. Hit that. Ooh, good board. Bull's so huge in the paint, dude. I don't know what he's going for right now. That's going to be kind of iffy. I don't think, if he's going for the same price as Thonmaker and Jonathan Isaac, I don't know if he's really worth that price. But at the same time, there really aren't that many Ruby centers that are really good. But at the same time, you can always run Thonmaker off the bench if you want to use like a higher tiered guy at the center or power forward position. Oh yeah, Shumpert. Yeah, I'm killing his basically starting unit. Like, I don't even know how this is happening right now. He does have Jeff Green, who I like Jeff Green a lot, but he's just kind of outclassed by the guys I have. Like, he's going up against Jonathan Isaac, who's one of the best defensive cards in this game. Oh, let's hit that Bull. Splash. Oh, no. Oh, good board by Shumpert. Ooh, Wiggins. I forgot you were even out here. Oh, yeah, that's because Cam Reddish is on you. I'm not really using you. Let's get the starters back in. Got Big Blake in the mix here. I'm going to take over with him in the second half, because if I'm up high enough, I'm not going to record it. Oh, there we go. Just for time reasons. Good dunk by Jeff Green right there. Not much I can do. Chris Paul's back in the mix, so I only have 2 points with him, but he's here to facilitate and draw coverages. There we go. B.I. hit that. So, that was ugly, but it worked. It's all good. The power of the Chris Paul dimer and the floor general right there. I mean, Brandon Ingram also has Silver Deadeye, so could be way worse. We're up 34-23. I mean, we could be up by more, but as you can see, this squad is the way to go. Like, I'm not even really playing too hard. I'm not playing even that sweaty. There you go, Thibault. Ew, that was ugly. It's all good. Good board by Thonmaker. You know where it's going. Chris Paul hit it. He does have gold range, but I could have timed that better. So, like, shout out to everyone who came out in the stream last night. I definitely appreciate you guys. That was super cool. Just because that's the first time I streamed on YouTube, so it was cool to have so many people in there. I think at any point I had like at least 40-50 people in there, which was super sweet. That's way higher than I usually get on Twitch. It's usually like 5 of you. Shout out to 5 of you though. But super cool, man. Thonmaker's not playing great. Usually I average a lot more points with Thonmaker by this stage in the game. He is using Ruby Giannis, who's a really good defensive guard, so I'll chalk it up to that. You know where the ball's going. Chris Paul, let's go. Shumpert's a really good defender, though, so it's kind of hard to get around him, but it's fine because I don't use Chris Paul in that way. Blake Griffin, like I said, everything I'm doing with Blake Griffin right now, you can do with Jonathan Isaac and Thonmaker. I'm trying not to do stuff that like only Blake Griffin can do, like shoot crossover threes and stuff like that, just because Blake Griffin can easily do that, but that doesn't really help anyone by me just sitting here ranging with Blake Griffin and his sweet gold shoes. Get out of here. Good defense, good defense. There we go, out to Cam Reddish. He's smart by using his starters now. Like, He should have just started his starters. There's no point in having him off the bench. This dude is literally watching way too many DBG videos. He needs to chill. Like, he's not as good. He can't do stuff like that. Straight up. There we go. Chris Paul hit it. I'm not shooting well with Chris Paul right now. His Paul, or like, I was going to say his Paul. His shot is kind of slow, and if you're not used to using Chris Paul cards, he's kind of hard to work with. So we got 37 seconds left in the third. My bench unit came through and just ran table. I was going to record it, but this video is already kind of too long, so I'll record the fourth quarter, show you guys the dub. My man literally has Pukovetsky out here right now. Yeah, that's not happening. Kyle Korver with the board. Well-rounded stat line from Kyle Korver. Dude, get off Bull. Oh, let's take it in, Wiggins. Oh, nope. Yeah, Jonathan Isaac, splash. I haven't really done much with him. Oh, no, he's quitting. Damn. Anyways, guys, that's the video. I hope this helped you in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, I think Jonathan Isaac and Thon Maker, I think, are worth paying the price that they're up for right now, just because, hypothetically speaking, if you pay $25K to get both of them, like, total to get them both, I think those two cards themselves will easily make you back that $25,000. It will take some time, but I think it is kind of worth it. Just because it'll help you immensely. Oh, sweet, I got Ruby Giannis, cool. So anyways, guys, check the description for all my stuff, my Twitch, etc. I'll be streaming on YouTube like a couple times a week and then Twitch a couple times a week, so come check it out, come hang out. I'm not sure when I'll be streaming next, but I'll let you guys know in the discussion board. Other than that, man, I'll see you guys in the next one. I upload daily content, so peace.